I need something a little bit more simple. That is welcome to the MC channel. In this video, I am going to be kind of telling you guys about my trading journey, how I got started, a little bit of trading psychology, the ups and downs, and like my upcoming goals for trading, and also like for this channel as far as trading. And so I don't want to keep you guys waiting. I hope you enjoyed this video, but also don't forget to like if you like this video, comment and subscribe. Most importantly, comment if you are a trader yourself, an upcoming trader, aspiring trader, someone who's thinking about it, looking into it. I would love to have a chat with you. I am looking for more friends, more men and women that are in the trading space. And so I look forward to meeting you guys and hearing from you guys. My name is Misi. I am a kind of old new YouTuber basically. So a few years ago, I put some videos on YouTube. They were makeup videos. They went nowhere. I was not consistent with posting on YouTube, and I kind of just gave up on it. And so I just put this channel to the side, but those videos are archived, long gone, so you won't even see them. Anywho, for those of you who do not know me, I am a nurse and a day trader. And so this channel is basically just going to be talking about day trading, maybe a little bit of nursing here and there, lifestyle, beauty, a little bit of everything. Once I see what you guys tend to gravitate towards, my hope is that you'll gravitate towards my trading journey a little bit, because that is what I'm really passionate about these days. Still makeup, still nursing, but trading is really where my passion lies. So you guys may see me looking down every now and again. I do have my iPad just for some notes to help guide me throughout this video, so I'm not all over the place. Without further ado, let's get started. How I got into day trading. So basically, when I was in college, I had always heard, about investing long term more so. And I knew a little bit about it, but I knew that it had really caught my interest. And so I think I was looking at Apple and maybe Amazon and something else on Fidelity, and I was like, wow, one day I want to buy full stocks. And so as time went on, the person that I was dating at the time was actually learning from someone, and he really wasn't taking it serious. And I remember him telling me I needed to learn and get into it, this, that, and the other. Well, of course, they were kind of on the IML side, and if you know, IML has definitely given Forex, day trading, all the things a bad rep, and everyone thinks that it's a scam, but it's really not. That was its own thing. This is what I'm doing is the real deal. You have to pay taxes on it, you have to report it. This is the real deal, and I'm still in love with it. But basically he wanted me to get into it, learn how to do it. And so I think I had started with a little course on, what is it called? Udemy or something like that. I don't know. I'll probably have the website linked in the video somewhere. But there was a video, I think it was, a course. So I think I paid $20 for it, and I was just going through it, and it was so boring. It literally was so boring. It talked only about the history of Forex, how it came about, all the things, but not really how to trade, how to get into it. So I'm okay, this is not going to help me. So I'm in nursing school at the time. I'm third, fourth semester learning about it, and I'm okay, I'm gonna have to find someone else to teach me. So there was this young lady on YouTube at the time. Her name is Ruby. I love Ruby. She has since gone MIA. Like, all of her videos are gone off YouTube. She may only have 1 or 2 videos up there right now kind of explaining where she's been. But at the time, she had this course called Lavish Life Academy, and she was teaching us about the Forex market. And so for a really long time, not a really long time, maybe a few months, I kept saying I needed to invest in the course, but I was like, I don't know, like, let me just hold off. And so a few days after my birthday, I think I turned 22. I think I was turning 22. I know it was my 4th semester of nursing school, and she had a sale for the holidays. And I was like, oh wait, I think I'm going to buy this course as a birthday gift to myself. It was like, you pay for the course, and then there was a monthly fee to be a part of like the Discord chat and the mentorship, all the things where she called out like weekly trades, and like you were just in a community of other traders, right? So I bought it, and that's literally where I fell in love with trading even more. At like, she explained everything so well, her strategies she explained so well. Like, at that point I was obsessed, and I knew that I was not going anywhere. Like, I was not going anywhere. Like, this is my love now. Like, this is my second love. Like, if I was not in my if I was not in my 4th semester of nursing school at the time, I probably would have like went all in with trading. But I was like, I'm almost done. I might as well go ahead and finish. So I went through the course a couple times, and then I started like demo trading in January of the new year. So this is me getting ready for my 5th semester, like getting ready to graduate. And so I was like, okay, I'll just like, keep paper trading until I graduate, and then I'll start live trading, right? So if you know anything about paper trading, demo trading, it's essentially like the real market, but you're trading with fake money. And so I was doing good with it. I had my days, I had my ups and my downs, but I was like, I really need to put some real money into it. But I waited until July, after I took my NCLEX, after I started my job, before I started live trading. So that is like a little bit of how I got into day trading. So I started officially learning like December 2020, and then I started live trading July of 2021. My first trade. So I can remember my first demo trade. I think I was in like the S&P 500 and US 30. Like, at this point, I had no idea how volatile they truly were. I barely even knew what I was looking at the time. And so I just know that I had like a streak of like beginners paper trading, and I'm like, oh wow, I love this. Like, seeing how quickly you can make money in a matter of seconds. Like, I was obsessed. Okay, like I was in awe, honestly. And I never really understood it until I started losing, and I'm like, okay, I might need to know what I'm doing. So fast forward to my actual live trades. So in July, I was kind of like up and down, not really making a whole lot of money. Like, I would make money and then give it right back to the market. And by this time, I think I may have been out of Lavish Life Academy, like, just because I really wasn't like paying attention to the Discord anymore, and like I needed to like put my finances elsewhere. So like I really wasn't wanting to pay for the monthly subscription anymore, and I had taken all the notes that I felt like I needed from the course, and so I was fine and I was okay with getting out. So let's see, July started, August was up and down. September and October is when I had a streak of beginner's luck. So basically, I think I remember flipping like $500 to like $5,000 in like 2 weeks. It was crazy. It was literally crazy. And that is my reasoning for not giving up on trading. So I had this string of beginner's luck. At the time, I kind of understood what I was going like what I was doing. I was trading support and resistance, which is one of the basic things that Ruby taught in her course. And I was kind of just going with that. I think I was going with the trend of the trade at the time. And once that that trend ended, I had a hard time accepting that, and was like, no, it's not reversing, like it's just boom, that's gonna keep going up. But instead, I like basically blew all of that. I was in a depression. I was upset. I was sad because I did not understand what I was doing wrong, and I could not like grasp what was really going on, right? First mistake was I definitely was over leveraging. I had a fear of missing out. I was getting in any and every trade that I thought looked good, thought sounded good. And in any market, there are no rules. You make your own rules. I mean, I was almost gambling. That's essentially what traders call it. When you aren't following your rules, you're over leveraging, you're chasing trades, you are thinking that you know the market is gonna go a certain way. Like you're like, yeah, I know this market's gonna go this way. Like, you don't know anything, basically. Literally, like, you do not know anything. And so I think that's where a lot of my mistakes come from. Like, if you are someone that does not like being wrong, this market will humble you. And I mean literally, it will humble you. And so let's see, so that was October. Blew all my funds, and then after that I was like on this losing streak for a few months, still not like really understanding. So I'm like, dang, maybe like this strategy isn't working for me. And so then, of course, what all new traders do, they go on this quest for like the perfect strategy. And so I think, so this was October. Okay, by that time I still had been on a losing streak since like March comes around, and I had like $35 in an account that I had blown down from like $100 or something like that. I was trying to flip $100 account. In any event, did not do it, but I flipped that $35 to $1,500 in a matter of 4 days, something crazy, 3 or 4 days, something crazy like that. And that was the first withdrawal I ever made. I took 500 of it out because I was like, okay, I really want to be able to take out and not blow it all. So I took out that $500 and I took my parents to dinner. That was one of the things that I did because I was so excited, and I was like, okay, yes, I'm gonna do this all the time. And after that was in 2022. I literally did not make another withdrawal until last month. So literally 2 years later. So after that withdrawal I made, I went through a very like life-changing situation. So that same like, I guess, situationship that I was in college that wanted me to learn how to trade ended, and it took a very big part of me. And I'm not gonna lie, I was depressed. And if it was not for work, I literally don't know what I would have done. I did not care about trading. Like, I would look at it every once in a while and I just wasn't motivated. Like, I could care less about anything at that point. Like, I was just so woe is me at the time. But it was definitely a transformational period that I needed to go through. That's when I got my dog Kaiser. Y'all are probably wondering where he's at, but I had to put him up because otherwise I would not be able to record this video. But I got my dog Kaiser at the time. He literally changed my life. I started hanging out with my work friends, which they are now some of my best friends ever. And at that point, like, my life really changed. So that was leading into my 25th birthday. And so my 25th birthday is really when I had my, like, I was kind of like done going through my quarter life crisis. So it was like when I was 24 when I had the quarter life crisis, and then when I turned 25, that's when I celebrated my birthday with all of like my close friends and my line sisters, and it was amazing. And I just felt so grateful for my life. And I don't know, I just felt a sense of peace and gratitude, and like I was finally out of my funk. And so when I got out of my funk, I probably did not start back like live trading until maybe the first of the year. At that point, I was kind of still up and down, still trying to figure out my strategy. So I think I bought a couple other courses. I still have one course that I have not even fully gone through, for the simple fact it's so long. There's so much material from it, and he's a really good trader. He's a really good leader, really good teacher, but it's so much information. I get bored really easily. I have a very short attention span. So it's so much of it I still haven't gone through. And I was like, okay, I need something that's going to narrow it down. And so I bought another course. I really liked his course. He taught supply and demand, which is the strategy I use now. But his was like so in depth, and he like kind of over explained it. And I was like, I need something a little bit more simple. That is when I found another YouTuber. He goes by Doyle, and he uses supply and demand. He makes supply and demand so simple, and like I literally love his videos, and I related to him, like to his videos so much. Like I just understood his trading and wanting to make everything simple. And so at the end of last year, so this is the end of 2023, I ended up getting into like his Discord chat, which was also a monthly fee, and he dropped some gems in there, and I only stayed in it maybe about 6 months. I only stayed in about 6 months because I didn't feel very disciplined. Like he assigned homework, I really wasn't doing the homework, but I didn't feel like I was ready for, I don't know, I just didn't feel like I was ready to be in his course, or in his Discord, because he has a separate course. But I enjoyed seeing the other traders talk about how how he's changed his life, and how, you know, he's made trading so understandable for them. And so that literally is kind of when I solidified that supply and demand is my strategy. But I was still losing. I felt like I was almost there. I would win, give it all back to the markets. And then I would win, give it all back to the markets. Go on this losing streak, do a little bit of back testing. I use this software called FX Replay. I really like it. It mimics a real trading environment, where you're entering trades, you're getting stopped out, taking profit. You can trade like the different instruments, like it records your trades for you. Like I really like FX Replay, and I will leave a link below for those of you who are traders that are looking for a platform to practice on. You do have to pay for it, but I think it's worth it. I was also back testing on TradingView. I like TradingView's like replay option, but you kind of like don't get the real thing, because it's like maybe I would have entered that trade, maybe I wouldn't have. And the FX Replay software, it creates like a real environment, and so it's kind of like, it's not a would you or would you not have taken that trade. So I really like FX Replay. So I've spent a lot of time talking about this, as y'all can see, but so basically, moving on to my breakthrough moment. So I knew I was getting close to my breakthrough moment once like how he was explaining supply and demand really started making sense. But there was this video that I came across when I was still traveling. So this had to be like in June. I think it was in June. I had like my aha moment. I was watching this guy on YouTube, The Trading Geek, I think. Hold on, let me check. Let me not lie to you guys. Like, I know I saved the video because it was actually a really good video, and for whatever reason, it did what it needed to do.
A few moments later.
So it was a supply and demand strategy still, but it was a scalping strategy, and basically identified like flip zones and like just how to better read price action. And I don't know what finally clicked for me that day that I watched that video. But I kid you not, ever since I watched the video, I have been profitable. Now, I say all that to say I am still having challenges, and I have come across some losses. And this is like this is me being completely vulnerable, me being completely like, I'm holding myself accountable. So when you become profitable and you understand what's going on in the market, you can make money very, very quickly. But you can also lose money very quickly. So this is where having a trading plan comes into play, and actually following it and having good risk management. Well, I was working on a 100K funding challenge, okay? And so instead of doing like so I use Blue Guardian. I love Blue Guardian, and I'm actually getting ready to purchase another challenge. But I was working on a 100K challenge account, right? And so you have to go through like 2 phases normally, but I bought a 3-phase one because it was a little bit cheaper, and then also because I feel like I'm gonna need the extra practice, right? So bought it, passed the first phase in like a month. It took me a really long time because I was in like drawdown, like really bad drawdown. And I finally got out of drawdown. Pass was good. I passed the second challenge in like a matter of a week. Third challenge gets here. I kid you not, it was the first day of October, and I blew it. One, I was at work. I have to stop trading at work because some days I'm literally doing nothing. Other days I literally don't even get a chance to look at my phone. So I literally, if I would have bought the 2-phase one, I would have passed. But I bought the third one, and they automatically, if you fail one, you fail them all. So automatically failed. I think I may have been working on it for 2 or 3 days. 1st of October gets here, and you know, all the news is going on. Also, first mistake, like it's the first of the month, like all the news is happening. Second mistake was not paying attention to my trades. Third mistake, I did not have a stop loss. I did not want to be stopped out. I did not want to be wrong because I was going along with the trend, but I didn't realize that the trend it wasn't just pulling back, it was reversing. And so I failed the challenge. And so I was really upset about that because I have been working on the challenge for about 2 months. And I think my biggest like challenge still is like being wrong. And I don't like to be wrong. And it's like, I know that if I want to be a successful trader, I have to get over that, like point blank period, or I'm never gonna be successful with it. So I had that moment, and so I took a break from challenge accounts, right? And so I was trading on my personal account. I was doing really, really good. I was probably making like $250 to like $300 a week. And so I did this for about 6 weeks, and was doing really good. And then I started making more. So this had to be, I was doing both at the same time. I was doing the challenge account and my personal account. So from like July, more so August. So I'll say about August to like October, the middle of October, I was doing really, really, really good. I made 2 withdrawals. Again, I haven't made any withdrawals since 2022. So I made 2 withdrawals, and, you know, was able to put that money to good use. But then I got a really big head, didn't want to be wrong, literally again, and blew the account. So now I am starting over. Literally starting over both accounts. I'm gonna buy a new challenge, and I'm gonna start my personal account over. And this is me holding myself accountable. Like, when you guys see this video, y'all need to like drop a comment and say, Missy, stay focused, stay disciplined. Like, God did not put this in my life for no reason. And like, my ultimate goal, like, it's not necessarily just about the money. Like, I I really, really enjoy trading. Like, I love talking about it. I love teaching others about it. And that's essentially what I want to do for you guys in the future. Like, to the people that are interested in it, I really want to be able to teach you guys about trading and how to make extra money. Like, I'm still a nurse. I still work full time. So this is extra income for me, but this is my way to financial freedom, essentially. And it's not something I plan on giving up on. And so, especially just because I've been so up and down. And if you listen to any other trader talk, like, this is normal. It's a hard normal because as humans, we're not wired to lose. We're not wired to accept losses, especially losses, you know, back to back to back. So it's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's a challenge that I am really loving, though it makes my chest hurt sometimes. And when my chest starts to hurt, that's when I know I have to really take a break. But I am working on my discipline, working on my accountability. And I know that to be disciplined with trading, I have to be disciplined in other areas of my life too, because essentially what you have going on in your personal life will show up in trading one way or another. You may not think it does, but it does. So I am working on that as well too. This is a really long video. I'm sorry, guys. So my trading strategy today, I've kind of mentioned it throughout the video. Supply and demand is amazing. I am going through this book, Trend Trading, for Dummies. I'm almost through it. It literally just talks about using different indicators and how to use it. I don't really use a bunch of indicators, but the one indicator that I got from that book that I really like is momentum. So if you're a trader and you've never used the momentum indicator before, like, just give it a try. And in other videos, I'll explain like what the momentum indicator like shows and what it means, but I like it and it doesn't lag as much as the other indicators, so I really actually like that one. So yeah, supply and demand, I use a little bit of Fibonacci retracement, but not a lot. I used to really like Fibonacci retracement, but there's so many variations that people use and that I've learned. I'm like, they're all over the place. I like supply and demand. It's clear cut. I've also incorporated using like more of the daily high lows, weekly high lows, just to see where the money is following for the week. So I really like that. I used to use support and resistance. I still will use support and resistance every once in a while, but I feel like support and resistance can be a little subjective sometimes, because some people mark theirs up at the wick and some mark theirs up at the body of the candle. And I don't know. I don't like it very much anymore. I like supply and demand. I like order blocks, however people, or whatever people call them nowadays. But supply and demand, it has shown to be bread and butter. It's just a matter of me following my plan, honestly, and following the trend. That has also been a lifesaver. Like, don't try to say, oh, I think the market is selling when it really is buying. It's just in a little pullback phase. Like, follow the overall trend. Unless the higher time frame gives you a signal that it is reversing, follow the overall trend. I digress from that. So what I wish I knew when I started, I wish I knew that it was going to take me as long as it's been taking me. I am approaching year 3.5 of live trading. 3.5, and I'm not where I want to be. And I have no shame in saying like I'm not where I want to be, but that's normal. Like, there are people that have been trading for 5 years before they become profitable, 10 years before they become profitable. It's just a matter of how you learn, how quickly you learn, the discipline that you have for yourself, and you know, the time and effort that you're going to be willing to put into it, and not thinking only about the money. I think that plays a big role in it too. So I wish someone would have really emphasized to me that it takes time. I call it my second degree. Like, you can't just expect to start working a job, you know, yesterday and be like, oh, I'm a pro at it, I know what I'm doing, this, that, and the other. Like, even for nursing, like, I didn't go in my job thinking I knew everything, because I knew nothing. I literally knew nothing. Like, nursing school only teaches you how to pass the NCLEX, and that's it. So I was learning all over again. So that's kind of like what I've been having to tell myself, like, just be patient. Once you learn this skill, this is literally a lifelong skill. This is not a skill anyone can take from you. And as long as you know how to read a chart, you could read any market. You could literally read any market. That goes for options, futures, bonds, crypto, like whatever you think you would be interested in. As long as you know how to read a chart, you just have to know what platform you need to execute on. And so that leads me into my upcoming trading goals. So upcoming trading goals for me, I am going to work on a smaller challenge account. So I think I'm going to work on a 10K challenge account, just to show myself that I can still pass like a challenge. It doesn't matter what the balance is in it. Like, if I can't pass a 10K challenge account, I can't pass a 100K challenge account. So I'm gonna start there and just take my time, having some discipline, some risk management, going through my trading plan again, and just making sure that I'm following it. I am going to start my personal account over. So I was actually working on 2 personal accounts, building them really slowly, and I actually did really well. And so I am starting over with that. And also, I want to learn futures. But like I said earlier, as long as you know how to read a chart, you could literally move on to any other market. So it's just a matter of knowing how to execute the trades, and like the terminology behind it. So I am going to spend the next month studying futures. Instead of, like, I was going to buy a challenge, but I decided to wait, because you actually pay monthly for the futures challenges, and it doesn't make sense for me to purchase one if I know I'm not going to be trading on it just yet. I do have a futures personal account that I put a little bit of money into, but I don't even trade on it because I'm still learning it. But I am going to spend the next month practicing trading futures. So that is going to be me learning the terminology, learning the pairs, learning how to execute them, how to get in and out, and then back testing. So instead of using TradingView to back test, I'm actually going to use FX Replay. There are a few futures pairs on there that I can back test using. So it's like NQ, ES. So that's like your NASDAQ, S&P, which is what I would use my futures platforms for mostly anyways. So that's like my biggest goal. So like for the next 3 months, I am going to focus on YouTube and posting on here, and then just getting back into the swing of trading and creating discipline for myself. So when it's time for me to plan my next 3 months, I'm hoping that I will be able to lean more into teaching those of you who are interested in learning more about trading. So yeah, that is pretty much my trading journey. I'm sorry that this video was so freaking long, but I hope you guys like enjoyed it and are just as excited as I am about this channel and what's to come. I really want to say thank you guys for sticking around for the whole video. If you stuck around for the whole video, drop a comment below. Let's see drop a money sign. Okay, like 2025 is gonna be a money year. I feel it, like an abundance year, like a wealth year, whether that means in your finances, your health, your love life, like whatever it is that you are seeking abundance in. Like, I just feel like 2025 is going to be that year, despite everything that has been going on lately. Like, I choose to see the positives in things. I choose to see the positives of life, because at the end of the day, like, life is what we make it. And as long as we have God by our side, like, that is literally all that matters at the end of the day. So let me know if you guys stuck around to the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your post notifications. I think I'm gonna call these videos like, it's either gonna be MC Mondays or Missy Mondays. I haven't decided. I think Mondays are gonna be the days that I drop videos. I don't know why, but I would rather drop on Mondays while I'm dropping once a week for now. But anywho, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.